Hello everyone, welcome to Educate Nexus. In today's lesson, we will look at the various features of the CENG report. So the CENG report, just as any other report, has various features, and today we will delve into these various features. Below are the various formats. First of all, we have the cover page, acknowledgement, table of contents, abstract or summary, introduction, materials and methods, results and discussion, conclusion and recommendation, and last but not least, we have the references. First of all, let's look at the cover page. So the cover page, this is the first page of your report. It should include the title of your report, your name, date of submission, and other relevant details such as the name of the institution or course or the organization you are submitting the report to. It serves as a formal introduction to the content of your report. So our next section is the acknowledgement section. So this section gives you the opportunity to express your gratitude to those who contributed to your project or your report. These people can be your teachers, your supervisors, or sometimes your colleagues, your mentors, or even the organization that supported you with this report and making it to be a success. Sometimes you can thank God for giving you life and strength, for helping you to undertake such a project. So with the acknowledgement section, it helps you to give thanks to all those who contributed or who took part in bringing your report to life. Yeah. So the third section is a table of content. Just as you know, every report or most documents we read in our daily lives have table of contents. This table of contents serves as a guide to what you are reading. The table of contents lists all main sections and subsections of the report along with their page numbers. It serves as a roadmap, allowing readers to easily navigate through the report. Includes all major headings like introduction, methods, results, and conclusion. This section is especially helpful for long reports. You get it? Okay, so our fourth section, the fourth section of the CENG report is your abstract or the summary. So this part is also one of the crucial parts of the report. So the abstract is a brief summary of the entire report, usually not more than 200 to 300 words. It includes the main objectives, methods used, key results, and conclusion of the study or of the report. The abstract should give the reader a quick understanding of what the report covers without having to read a whole document. It's often written after the report has been completed. So to write your summary, you need to get all your reports, like everything done before you write your summary, because the summary or the abstract is just a brief part of the entire report, which serves as a guide. You get it? So it is the fourth section, but it is written after the entire document or the entire report has been written. So our fifth section is the introduction. The introduction. This section sets the context for the report. It should introduce the topic and provide background information that helps the reader to understand the purpose of the report. The introduction should include a statement of problem or research question, the objective of the report and why the report or the study is important. It may also provide the overview of the structure of the report. So the introduction serves as what? The starting piece of your CENG report. So before you start any report, you need to give an introduction. So this introduction is like a gateway into the entire report. You get it? So it is a very crucial part of the CENG report. So now we move to the SIT section. So the SIT section is the materials and methods section. So in this section, you describe the procedures, techniques, tools and equipment used in the study or the project. If it is an experiment, you will list the materials and step-by-step procedures you followed. If it is a research-based report, you will detail the data collection method, analytical tools, and softwares used. In this section should be clear enough that someone else can replicate the report or the project based on your description. So in this section, you are supposed to include the various equipment you used. So let's say, for instance, use MATLAB to do something. You're supposed to include it. Use Python programming to program how a system should work. You are supposed to include it. Or let's say, for instance, you used a tape measure to take the dimension of a block or the dimension of something. You have to state it inside. Yeah, and show the step-by-step method you use. So we move to the 7th section of our CENG report. And the 7th section of the report is the results and discussion section. So this part presents the findings of your study or your project. Use tables, graphs, charts, or images to illustrate your result. After presenting the data, you analyze and interpret it, explaining what the result means in relation to the research question or the objectives. The discussion should highlight key trends or patterns, address any unexpected findings, and relate your results to the existing research or theories. So in this section, you are supposed to indicate the findings. So let's say, for instance, you check maybe natural disasters in your rural environment and you realize that you had flooding, or let's say flooding, earthquake, and the rest. So with these findings that you've gotten, you have to use any image or something. So you can use pie chart, histogram, or other form of representation to represent your results. And you are supposed to indicate the various values you had based on your research. We now move to the 8th section of our CENG report. And this section is the conclusion and recommendation. So in the conclusion, summarize the main findings of your report and how they answer the research questions or fulfill the objectives stated in the introduction. The conclusion should be concise and directly address the results. Okay, so after the conclusion, we move to the recommendation aspect. So the recommendation suggests practical actions or further research that could improve or build upon the findings in your study. They are based on insights gained from the analysis and are aimed at solving identified problems or enhancing future work in the area. So in the conclusion and recommendation section, you are to summarize everything you have done so far. So everything you did in the report will be summarized at the conclusion side. So the recommendation aspect too is encouraging the people about actions which, when carried, will help prevent the problems you found. So now we take the ninth and the last section of the CENG report. So this section is the reference or the referencing section. This section lists all the sources you used during your research. This includes books, journal articles, websites, or other published materials. Use consistent citations as required. So proper referencing not only credits the original author but also allows the readers to locate sources for further reading. So this part is very crucial, very crucial. You see, when doing research, there are books, there are online sites, there are journals you use for your research, and it is good to reference these people. So doing that will give credit to the owners of their work. Secondly, it also helps the readers to go to places they can find more information just by following your reference and referencing. Yeah, so that's the reference and referencing part of the CENG report. One important information before the video comes to an end. So you were given the type of introduction and you also did questionnaires to gather information that will help you to solve the problem in your community. So the appendix part is where these informations are placed, and it comes after the reference part of the CENG report.